Hey guys, Kieran with Explorminate. Try not to freak out right now with excitement because I am playing Endless Space 2. Actually been playing it for about 4 hours now. The folks at Amplitude were really nice, got us a preview key here, and I've been playing it, and they give us the A-OK to get a little video up on the web here, showing off a bit of what I am doing in my gameplay right now. Been playing for about 4 hours. Plan to just say that, and it's great. I mean, I want to say temper your expectations a little bit, right? This game is gonna release anywhere 4 to 6 months, it seems like. So there's a lot still coming in. But the 4 hours I've played, I'm just amazed. It is a pretty perfect synergy. Dare I use the word perfect so far? I hope that does not overhype people's expectations of both Endless Space, the original, and Endless Legend. A lot of neat things from both of those games, coming together here. So let's jump right in. I kind of want to show off some with trade, some with war, some with politics, and we'll see if we have time for anything else here. And I'll just kind of do an overall impression at the end. I'm playing the Cravers, so let me just start off with a few pretty neat things. This is the galaxy right here. Let me zoom in on my home world, Nihal. I'm gonna zoom in. Come here. I got some ships orbiting. Come in on the, I guess the solar system here. You can see a breakdown of what I have colonized, my input a turn with my, dust, science, influence. Anyone who's played Endless Legend recently is going to seem pretty familiar here. And then off the side, we see different resources we have. You'll notice titanium from Endless Legend, of course. Or here's a dust ruins. It's a beneficial anomaly. You have both beneficial, kind of middle of the road, and negative anomalies. So kind of neat as you discover those. Nice brief overview, but let's say we want to pull into the overview as a whole. Boom, we're right there. Now, again, no clicking, no anything. You're just scrolling. That's pretty nice. I'm still not 100% used to it, but I don't think that's any fault of the way the UI interacts at the different levels. It's nice. It's how seamless it is. You're not clicking something, clicking out, clicking something, clicking out. Uh, and it's seamless here. I mean, I'm running the newest generation of an i5 here, right? But I don't think it matters. If you can run the game, you should be able to come in and out like that. Now, still have one planet here on my home system. Doesn't I can't colonize it here, but I do have three. This is my original home world, and as the Cravers, we have kind of a cool ability here. If you look down here on the bottom left, you see they get plus 50% on everything, minus influence, I guess, on undepleted planets. Now, this is depleted. It had so many hit points essentially, and my little Craver workers worked it to death. Over here, though, I have one Craver and one Marvo, Mavros. Mavros are a minor faction, and it is being depleted one a turn. Until then, my worker is going to get 50% more out of it all. So really nice ramp up. Really great at expanding from what I see with the Cravers here so far. Um, but they do suffer definitely. My system was like minus growth for a while after I depleted my homeworld because I just didn't have any food left. I grew all the crops I could and mined all the mines I could essentially. So kind of neat here. But enough with the economic overview. I think you've seen a pretty good show of that. Let's end the turn here. We got some idle systems. Let's jump to one other real quick. Um, this is one of my newer colonies. So one thing to point out, you don't micromanage each planet anymore. I think this is a pretty good decision on Amplitude's part. It's, if I make, say, infinite supermarkets to give me plus 20, was it happiness technically? I'm going to call it, yeah, happiness score. There we go. It's system-wide. I don't have to build that on this planet and this planet, not Kynos 1 and then Kynos 2, which is nice. Takes away the micromanagement and I think works just fine. Let's end this turn though, and we're going to answer a few questions as well as show off a few surprises here, I think. Oh, no battles? Oh, there we go. I was like, I thought I had this queued up for some stinking space pirates to battle me. Now, a couple things here. You have your normal shell location, retreat, fight options. Nothing too abnormal. These are just some pirates, but one thing I did want to cover in this video, I'd seen questions, what in the world is the advanced controls over your flotilla? Well, that's what this is. If we go back real quick, you can pick the battle plans, prudent, broadside, or interlock. They're the exact same here. This just shows you what the benefits will be, and it lets you match them up. So let's say they go close. If I know they have a bunch of close range weapons that are most effective there, they might be shooting for close. So I might say, well, let's see, compatibility, 0%, 50%. Let's just interlock them, 100% right there. So it decreases their effectiveness from what I can gather, as well as this is the perfect setup, right? Now, this isn't the card system that they had before where you have hard counters, which I like. The hard counters was, in my opinion, a little bit too... well, just the counters were too hard. That's all it is. So this gives you a little bit more leeway. Let's jump in here and watch a battle real quick. Not sure if I'm actually going to win this because I have a little less than it looked like 50% there chance of winning, but we load in. So from what I understand and what I've seen, this is all rendered depending on where you're fighting. So you're going to have different backgrounds. Got the planet in the background here. Find some space pirates. I can actually just skip the action if I want. Some folks might be saying, no, don't do it, but we're going to for the sake of getting everything there. Now, I'm just going to leave it on the auto camera. You can throw up this scan option, which is kind of cool. Gives you some stats here. So I got my guys, the Plague Speller. We're just going to watch this for a second as it runs, and you can see their stats, their overall health and everything decreasing, which is nice. Gives you some real-time feedback as opposed to just seeing, I don't know, like the explosions on the ships, but I'll turn that off for a second. You actually see the battle damage on there. Hopefully you noticed that. See, they're taking some marks, some burning. I'm going to lose a ship right there and right there. Oh, well, okay. Well, I lost that one. Crave defeat. It looked pretty close, but we'll look at the after action report, see what went wrong. I was undergunned. Can we look at the battle plans? Oh, I guess you can't look at those. I don't know if they'll add that. It would be nice to review maybe. Oh, did I screw myself over with that battle plan or not? But is what it is. And we're just space pirates. I have a lot more fleets elsewhere that I'm not too worried about that. We're gonna skip a few turns here pretty quickly. By the way, I got the... Who are these guys? I forget who's down here. Oh, another battle. We're just gonna retreat this one actually. Because that's a scavenger, that's a scout. Thank you. Oh yeah, the Sophons. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not declare war on them. That's free because I'm always at war. They're down here researching super fast, but we're not going to worry about that. Did I finish? I did finish my trade route. Oh, we'll come to Tech Tree here in a minute. So I have the Polaris Incorporated. It is a trade route right now. Why is it not? What's going on? It should be queued in here, unless I'm hoping there's not some like... No, there's nothing with the Cravers that would prevent that. Maybe we just have to wait a turn. Let's throw up the tourism. I know a lot of folks want to come see the Cravers. A couple of things to point out with planets here, I guess, too. You still can terraform, although I've only been able to do that in limited opportunities. Not sure. I think I just haven't got far enough through a game for that. And then you can always specialize your planets, so gonna give me some extra dust production here. Let's hit next turn one more time, because I want to see what's going on. I should have a... Oh, you know what I need? I need to make a trade co. Let's look at the quest system here real quick, though. So we have a new quest started, Lifting the Lamp. As always, they have Great artwork, great descriptions. Opening your empire's doors to new population types, excuse me, has its challenges, but also its rewards. Each new group adds to the strength and flexibility of a society, contributing to the maturity of your empire as a whole. Nurture a new population type within your empire and reap the benefits. So it's just encouraging us to diversify our empire, get some influence. It's a nice little quest. That will happen passively and whatnot, but real quick here, can we... Well, 2 turns. That's fine. 2 turns will build what's needed. So what's going on here while I'm grabbing a technology, and I'm just going to grab one for the sake of grabbing one. You have your trade company, essentially, and then you have to build the trade company subsidiary. What that is, it's a trade route. So you have point A is the hub, point B is you build that. And then this is all passively run through the game. It's not like managing caravans and civilization or I guess like trade routes where you have to place them in with ships, send them from point A to point B. It's something like Gal Civ. It's all passively done, but still, it's a really nice system. So we'll show it off here. At least I think it's a really cool system. It is very low maintenance, which I like, but still requires some planning. And let me show why exactly. All right, so Polaris Incorporated is set up now. It's giving me 55 dust, 26 science, and then part of these resources that I have. Now I have 1 active trade route, excellent. Nothing blockaded, and nothing disabled. Oh, hostile systems and stuff. Yeah, I was like, what's the difference between the blockade? I haven't run into that. Right now I'm running 100% efficiency. In another game, when I actually built a second trade company, it defaulted them both around 80% efficient. So 80% of what I'm making now, right? Yeah, you can do the math there. And you can spend some money to increase the efficiency. You can actually increase it right here to go over 100% efficient. So if you just want one super company, I suppose you can, but as the game would go on, it would make the most sense, it seems, from what I've figured out so far, to do multiple companies and spend the money to build their efficiency up to normal, right? Because 80% of 2 companies is essentially 160% as opposed to 100% of one. You're losing out on some, right? And also, you can sponsor with some freighters you can buy for them, basically state-sponsored freighters, I guess. Grab another one, a little increase, grab another one, little increase, and everything. So pretty nice there. If we want to look at this, we go to the economy scan, and we see, oh, this is one trade hub, trade company, and this is another hub, right? They also have added this cool little thing where you can zoom in and it breaks down the food, industry, science, all that by just these squares. So you can kind of get a rough estimate of, oh, okay, this place makes a lot of dust, whatnot, if you're just looking over a massive empire or something. But that's how trade works. Pretty neat. I love its simplicity, but also kind of the complexity there too, right? You got to decide when to expand because every time you spend money, this is increasing. So if I expand once, twice, it's going to take a big hit to my efficiency. And I'm going to have to either sacrifice that efficiency or really devote a lot of dust to getting that worked up. And yeah, it's simple, it's straightforward, it's perfect, I think. I mean, I think they'll probably add, maybe be fine-tuning it. I don't know if they'll be adding anything to it. And certainly none of the end game text I've had the chance to play around with yet to see how that might specialize your trade companies. But so far, I really like it. Like a lot of stuff in this game, it is streamlined, but still fun and still very, strategic. One thing here, system developments, is how you utilize your luxury resources. So let me grab this. Right now I could have red sang. It's a kind of spice, which is going to, wait, what? Ingredients? No. Oh, this isn't letting me move. Reset confirm. Okay. That's funny. Before I actually had this, I forget what it is. This resource, and it gives me the plus 50% on the system. Let's reset it. Oh, there we go. It must have actually been left over from earlier game or something. Huh. That's all right. This is early access. Anyways, so let's say we want science or influence, or actually we want plus 25 approval on a system. That's pretty nice. So we're going to grab that. And, oh, actually, you know, I can only do that once. Let's do something. Well, we'll just do approval. That's fine. We'll leave it there. So we confirm that. So that setup is my booster resource, essentially. Think to Endless Legend, right? You boost a resource. Now, instead of accessing that in the Empire screen, though, let me see someone. Let me see who's pissed, essentially. Who would need it? Let's go to Kainos. And it's not going to let me do this because I need 30. Oh, I don't have enough. That's funny. Oh, did I just mess myself up? I think I might have. Yeah, because it doesn't let me switch it there. Oh well. What you would do, let me narrate this. If I had 30, whatever that is, we'll call them space grapes. If we had 30 space grapes, I would queue this up. It's a very low production cost, seem to be 1 a turn in all honesty. That means taking 1 turn, that is. And I would get a permanent boost of 25 approval on the system. The boosts are permanent, which is interesting. So you're building up your luxury resources. They're still used, but they've gone from the system in Endless Legend where you might spend 10, 20, 60, depending on your empire size, and that boosts the entire empire, to this is a permanent boost to 1 system. Or you can think of the systems as cities, right? So kind of neat. I like the permanent boost, honestly. Some folks might prefer the Empire, but it just, I guess why I like it, it again goes back to you really have to make those decisions. I like when 4X games really make you get down and make a hard choice. It's not, oh, well, I have 60 of this, let's boost my whole empire. It's, well, crap, who gets the influence bonus? Who's going to need it? You know, is this who's growing fastest? So there's really an opportunity if you want, especially on higher difficulties, I'm assuming here, to really be forced to make good decisions as opposed to just well, we'll say great decisions as opposed to just good decisions, right? It's never bad to boost influence, but where are you going to put that? But yeah, we showed off combat, talked about trade, boosting. Let me show you one thing with the elections, and we're going to end this actually. Let's just jump a few turns. I had this queued up where we'd have a lot of stuff happening within a few turns. Okay, one more. We'll show you the election system because I think it's pretty neat. I'm still learning the intricacies of it for sure, but it's pretty snazzy. I'm not one that has got into governments or elections and stuff too much in other games. It just, I don't know, hasn't really floated my boat. But again, pretty streamlined, but pretty. When I say streamlined, I don't mean, I do not want that to come across that this is simple. I mean that it's, you're not going to be spending 20 minutes juggling, do I pick A or B, and looking at all these numbers. It's just simply, well, is it not going to let me? Oh, at the end of the turn. Okay. You're not going to be spending a ton of time on one thing to pick between option A and B. You get to make these decisions. They really influence things. So let's look. We have militarists, industrialists, scientists, and pacifists. This is all influenced partially by what you're building, but a lot by your population from what I can gather here. So I'm mostly Craver. There's not a lot of other, I mean, there's some pacifist Cravers in there, but we really don't speak about them, obviously. They're a pretty weak faction. I show that I have to lose a lot of power. Now, power influences the number of laws you can have. Let's look at the militarist laws. Right now I have safe skies, so I have some increased happiness when I have ships around places and whatnot. Likewise, if I want to look at the industrious laws, does not rust. I need at least moderate support, broad support. So I'm not going to get broad support. These are just out of reach. I don't have enough folks that are going to be industrialists that I can get to win. And I'm a craver, so we're going to be militarists, let's be honest. I could finance the campaign, but I'm just going to give them my official support for now. So now we go through, and it goes each system and shows their total representatives, and it kind of tallies up the political trend. Now if we want to go through that again, you can. Start the first system here. We see where the weight is, and then each system, the green reflects the bonus. So there's actually quite a few of industrialists. I'm surprised. Scientists and pacifists. It makes a lot of sense that there's not much there. So we're going to go to the next step. We're still very powerful. And I'm actually surprised the industrialists haven't... They didn't get any representation. I thought they would, but I guess my support... Oh, it's probably because I'm a dictator. See here, the population's kind of pissed because I maybe influenced the election a little bit there, we'll say. But I got to pick what I wanted, so maybe I should have withheld my support. Would have made people a little happier. And we're not going to do this battle right now. We're going to minimize that because I'm actually just going to end the video here. You do have the option to change your government as of right now. That gives you certain empire-wide bonuses and affects how you would influence campaigns. But I'm a dictator right now, so I do what I want. I am a craver, so makes sense. But you could have a craver republic, I suppose, if you want, or like a craver democracy. I assume they'd all be voting for war still, but you could see how that would happen. So that's a little overview of Endless Space 2, guys. I hope it was an informative video for you. I know I was covering a lot of stuff there. Post in the comments below what questions you have, and I'll be kind of honing in on some more features, maybe do some more just short feature videos here. But overall impressions, especially for an early access, I'm going to say blown away. If you liked Endless Space, and if you like Space 4X, I think this could really satisfy at least an itch I've been waiting for with a lot of 4X space games. Not to say that they've been bad that have come out recently, but itch hasn't been fully scratched. And then if you liked Endless Legend, or if you loved Endless Legend, I don't see how you couldn't like this game. We'll put it that way. So a lot of positive things I'm seeing here, and I'm excited for more more races, and really everything that's going to be coming. I didn't delve into the technology tree or really anything here, but we're just going to leave the video as is. Again, really want to say thank you to Amplitude. Appreciate the opportunity to be able to preview this, and for the chance to get the hands on the game a little early. I look forward to everyone getting an opportunity for that. Looks like they announced early access this next week, but until then, hopefully this video can hold you over. And as always, check back here for more videos for Endless Space. We'll keep them coming while we can. So I appreciate your time, and until next time, we'll catch you then, guys. And thanks for watching.